I'm auto specialist Tom Voelk for the Seattle International Auto Show. And remember the Acura Integra? It's back. Yeah, the Integra is back. It replaces the ILX in the Acura lineup. The basic formula remains. This is a front-drive vehicle and built on the same architecture as Honda Civic. If Integra looks good to you, know that pricing starts at $32,500. And yes, that's with shipping because it's really pretty tough to get a car without that. This fully kitted out A-Spec goes for $38,000 as tested. That's kind of a chunk of change, so you'll want to cross shop. You'll be looking at Audi A3, BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe, and Mercedes CLA. Compared to a base Integra, A-Spec doesn't get any extra power, and if you're looking at it through the rose-colored glasses of the old Type R, it might not seem all that impressive, but it nabbed the 2023 North American Car of the Year title, and if you stop and think, how many other automakers are offering useful, sporty hardware for under $40,000? There's Volkswagen GTI, Hyundai Elantra N, or Toyota Corolla GR, if you can find one of those. And of course, Integra's half-sister, Honda Civic Si. There's a lot shared with Si under here. The 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder makes 200 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. Turbo lag and whistle are not things that are noticed much, even when focusing on them. It's easy to keep eyes on the road. Most Integras come with a CVT transmission. A-Spec with technology package unlocks the choice of a lovely do-it-yourself 6-speed with a single-mass flywheel. The clutch action is nice and light with great take-up. A benefit Integra has over Civic Si is an adaptive suspension. As you'd expect, there are drive modes with a custom setting that lets you snap instantly to a dynamic that's perfect for you. Going through the different modes changes up the cluster graphics. These days there are electric vehicles that'll do the 0 to 60 dash in 3 or 4 seconds. Integra is not that fast. This will not impress if that's what you're looking for. 0 to 60 in just over 7 seconds. But you know, sometimes it's not just about speed. EVs don't have a 6-speed manual, do they? And this powertrain has that silky smooth Honda feeling, which is why people love the Integra in the first place. Same with the Honda Prelude. There's a limited slip differential and little to no torque steer. Acura engineers know how to make a front driver fun. Arguably, this has similar performance to the Type R of 20 years ago. Maybe you want a rear drive car, and you can get that in a Cadillac CT4 or Genesis G70. You'll be paying more though. The steering is crisp, responsive, direct. It's fun to fling this car around corners. The steering weight is nice and hefty, just the way I like it. Plus, the suspension is adjustable. It can be comfortable if you want. It can be sporty if you want. Yeah, the tires are low profile, meaning you're gonna feel sharp bumps, potholes, expansion joints. But really, it's about as good as you're gonna get. Acura largely nailed this machine, at least the A-Spec with the manual gearbox. It's engaging enough that you'll want to drive roads like this. Maybe get up early on a Sunday morning to have them all to yourself, like I did. The shift action here is terrific. A great mechanical feel mixed in with fluffernutter and rev matching downshifts. This is in the same league as the Cadillac V Blackwings and Mazda Miata. Throws might be a little bit longer, but still really, really good. This is on the light side, averaging 3,100 pounds. And there was no ADAS technology to be had on the old Integra. This has stuff like lane keeping, automatic emergency braking, and adaptive cruise control. Going with the manual gearbox means giving up low-speed follow and traffic jam assist, so you know. It's easier to have fun in the Integra knowing that the fuel economy is actually pretty good. The EPA rates the average at 30 mpg. That is on premium fuel, but still not half bad. A-Spec gets larger 18-inch wheels with slightly wider all-season tires. Brakes are no different, though. Stopping is solid. Pedal feel is firm. I didn't check for fade. You'll be doing business in a decent cabin. Acura is a premium brand, a cut above Honda, but it's not luxurious in here, and not supposed to be. If red is too Deadpool for you, black and white interiors are available. Between moderate bolstering and grippy fabric, there's no sliding around in hard cornering. There's a hint of Civic's interior, but Integra gets stuff like heated seats that the SI lacks. The metal door releases feel great, better than some cars twice the price. Acura's ELS Studio 3D sound systems are among my favorites, price no object. If you use the right files, they have a terrific spatial quality about them, nothing gimmicky or overcolored, it's reference quality. It could be a tiebreaker when you're thinking about buying this vehicle. And do you notice anything here? No trackpad. Instead, the A-Spec has a 9-inch touchscreen interface that's solid and straightforward, if kind of basic looking. There's no natural language voice commands if you like talking to your car. Climate is dual zone and automatic, so you won't be fussing with that much. Plus a volume knob. Thank you very much, Acura. There's a Qi charger, which was hit and miss with my iPhone 13 Pro, and I say that because Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are wireless and those drain a battery lickety-split, so maybe have a cord handy. Storage? Yes, it's in the usual spots. All of the spaces are average in size for a vehicle in this class. The back seat has belts for 3. At 5'9", I have just enough headroom with generous knee and legroom. Integra is a useful hatchback, and it's easy to load. With the back seat usable, there's 24.3 cubic feet to fill around 6 carry-on suitcases, and that nearly doubles when the back seats are dropped. The floor is flat, too. It sure is good to have the Integra name back, and the fun spirit remains in a vehicle that needs to comply with all sorts of regulations that didn't exist back in the day. Check it out at your local Acura showroom. For the Seattle International Auto Show, I'm Tom Voelk.